Alrighty. Good evening, everybody. My name is Ocean Reeve, and I am the publisher of Flying Home, which is fantastic. So before I get underway with saying a few words, how about we all give Sheila a huge round of applause for the accomplishment of becoming published. There'll be a few of those, Sheila, I guarantee you. Bringing a book to life is an amazing experience. To tell your story is for legacy. Long after we're all in the ground, this little baby here will be running through generations. So it's very important that we get an opportunity to record our story. We live lives that are unique, that are special, that are remembered. And Sheila is one person who's lived a very interesting life, an eyebrow-raising life in cases.
She tells us about the book.
She certainly does. In fact, I had to read a passage out to my wife and said, "Can you believe this?" I think Vicky learned.
I was shocked.
I think Vicky learned a few things from Sheila, to be quite honest. But
We need to spend some more time together.
this is the first part of Sheila's life, and it is an amazing story. All the team at Ocean Reeve Publishing are very proud of what we've done here, and I'm very proud to be able to MC this tonight and encourage you guys to not just buy one copy, but also buy two, because we're so close to Christmas. Somebody's going to need a good read, aren't they? Yeah. Now we're going to have a couple of other speakers come up, and I'll just interject in between them. But the first person I want to welcome up, you might have noticed I'm wearing a Superman t-shirt. Yes. You notice that one? It's a bit obvious, isn't it? Yeah. Originally this was a bit of a joke. I wore a t-shirt to work one day, an author noticed, they saw me a couple of days later, and then they said, "Where's your Superman t-shirt?" So I kept wearing it and wearing it and wearing it. I did wash it and I did buy more. My wife did wash it and she did buy more. After a while, as the team grew, there were more superheroes, okay? But it wasn't about X-ray vision or speed or anything like that. It was about hope and belief and faith that our stories can matter, that we do have value, and everyone is unique. So that's what that's all about. So I'm going to invite the Flash to come up and talk to you guys. His name's actually Jason Smith, and he managed the publishing process of this little baby here. Come on, Flash, give him a round of applause.
Thanks, buddy. So, hi everybody. My name's Jason, or The Flash. I'm actually slowly losing my identity to The Flash. Somebody said my name the other day, Jason, and I think there was like 2 or 3 people that actually said, "Who's Jason?" I'm like, yeah, that's me. So I had the wonderful experience of helping Sheila bring this book to life, this story. And what I have found working with the team at Ocean Reeve Publishing, because I'm only sort of been on the scene for about 12 months, almost, not quite, is that creative people are really strange. They're really crazy and they tend to just do things really bizarre. So they always keep me guessing. But in this case, I found the journey with Sheila just so easy. So easy. Even when we were away, you were away on holiday, and we were sort of backwards and forwards with the emails or having phone calls trying to rejig the format or move some pictures around. It was just so easy. It was like a breeze. And the other thing I've noticed about working with Ocean and on books is that you tend to forget that what you're looking at as you're making it look pretty and make it look like a book, you forget that it's a book. You forget that the words, because you're so focused on making it look awesome. But I kept stopping to read because there was these parts that caught me completely unawares. So I guess maybe you are a bit of a creative because you did catch me unawares. But I am intrigued and I'm going to buy a copy because I'm looking forward to actually reading the cover, from cover to cover, front to back, the whole story rather than the little bits that caught my imagination here and there. I'd just like to thank you for the experience. Helping you bring this book to life, and it never gets old when we were down here a couple of weeks ago handing over these books and seeing the excitement on your face. Thank you for that. So anyway, thanks guys. Yeah.
Okay. What do you think life's about, guys? Any ideas? Just chuck some things at me. What do you think life's all about?
Experiences.
Experiences. Love.
Fun.
Fun. I'm all in for that one.
Adventure.
Adventure.
Money.
Money. How you doing, bro? My name's Ocean.
Travel.
Travel. That's a good one.
Fast cars.
Fast cars and we've got fast cars and money over here going once to any single ladies. I think it's also about connection. Okay, I think we're on this planet to make connections. Some of those connections last a lifetime and they continue long after into the next. One of the things I remember very clearly about my first meeting with you was the love you had for your husband, for your husband. It is so empowering to see how much you love him. And even when we came here the other day and dropped off the books, the memory I had was not all the pictures and walking around, was you grabbing his picture when we walked into your house. And it was just so cool. I only hope that when I pass, my wife actually shows my picture to people like that. Any chance?
I'm dying first.
That's right, that's right. But it is very inspirational to see such a true love. And for me, it's about connection. Everything else you guys mentioned, even fast cars and travel and money, were a part of Sheila's life with a fantastic family, which is amazing. Now, this book can't happen with just people like myself and Flash. There are other people behind the scenes that help bring this to life. People that I just got to meet today. She's a superhero in her own right. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Kay Hasty.
I'm part of the Portmeirion family, and we've got a lot of us here, and some of us have known Sheila for 20 years or more in this community. And I think just before I start to talk, when you look around at these gardens, which is really part of what makes this place special, we owe a lot of that to Sheila. Sheila brought off the plan with Bengt, and from the very first days of this complex, they were here and they moulded it into what we've got today. And Sheila was very passionate about the garden. When we moved in 2000, there was a little gardening group and I was still working full time, and I thought, oh, I just hope when I retire that we'll be able to work every Tuesday, I think it was, every Tuesday morning out in the garden and work away to make the gardens beautiful, and then go down to the corner of Poinsettia and work with Rollo Myers in the gardens down there as well. And lovely that I thought I didn't see you there. I know. And then badgered you the whole time to make it keep working. So Sheila was so passionate about that. And then I used to look at Bengt and Sheila in the early days and think they're such a passionate couple. Very different, because Bengt, for those of you who knew him, was a very quiet, self-contained, very elegant sort of Scandinavian gentleman. However, there was a passion you could see that was in underneath that surface, and obviously their love and their relationship was a very passionate relationship. Right up till, I guess, the last time I remember thinking about that was at their 170th birthday party. When we all gathered over here, it was Bengt's 90th and Sheila's 80th, and we all gathered there together to celebrate a 170th birthday party, which is amazing. And when I saw them get up and dance together, of course, most of us, I think, the tears just came because the passion was still there. Then I just happened one Tuesday afternoon here with Sheila when we gathered together to have a chat, said, I know you're working on your book and I've done a bit of proofreading, so if you need someone to just look over anything for you, I'd be more than happy to help. Well, the adventure began. So I then worked with Sheila on getting into the technology side of things, of being able to do attachments and send them, and PDFs and this and that and the other, and then we scanned the photos, which by the way have come up magnificently, so that's great. And like Jason was saying, I read little bits and pieces here and there and thought, oh wow. And the bits that I did read and the bits that I talked about with Sheila showed that that passion has been there since birth. It is quite amazing, and I'll just show you here. Sheila refers a lot of times to diaries she kept as a child, but she doesn't just refer to them as a lot of people could. There are reproductions of them. And things that she says when she's 9, 10, 12 years old astound me. The insight that she already has when she's just a child, and of course then goes on. A brave woman who went where no women had gone before and worked as a flight attendant on the Super Connies, is that what they were called? The Super Connies flying the Pacific. The first time that flight attendants, or in those days, hosties, were working on planes. And of course, that's the start of the story. And this, just to tantalise you, this photo is the absolute start of that 57 years. Won't say any more, you have to read to see what it's about. All the way through the book, there are things that Sheila does. For example, going to live in Mexico. First of all, meeting a man from another country and another culture. Often we look at people and think, oh, they speak English. There's not really much difference. But even a person from Australia, a person from New Zealand, or even a person from Queensland, a person from Victoria, certainly from Tasmania, have a very different outlook on life. And so it's hard to sort of just meld easily together. Well, for someone to meet up with someone from the other side of the world, English as a second language, marry fairly quickly because of the passion that's there, and then continue this incredible life. Oh, we're going to live in Mexico. Great, let's go. Oh, I'll have a few children while I'm there. Great. Oh, you're going to be travelling all over the world while I'm in Mexico on my own in a Spanish-speaking community. Great, fantastic, and on it goes. So, as Ocean said, this is only the start. So flying home was where Sheila and Bent met. But also flying home is where the family all came home together to Australia. And this is their first Christmas at home when they finally got to have pets and things like that, right at the very end of the book. So they were flying home. So it's a wonderful start to what I know is going to be a wonderful experience for you to read. And Sheila, I just cannot say how much I admire you and how brave and how passionate you are, and long may that continue. Sheila.
I really enjoy the process of bringing a book to life because I get to see inside the heart of that person. You're vulnerable when you write a story. You're vulnerable when you hand it over to a complete stranger. And myself and Sheila met at the coffee shop down at Runaway Bay. That's how our relationship started. So you've got to build trust very quickly. You've got to build likability with each other very quickly. And I'm very pleased to say that that happened quite organically for myself and Sheila. One of the things I've noticed about the last 15 minutes is the smiles on your guys' faces when we talk about Sheila. It's amazing. You guys love this woman, don't you? Yeah. Would you like to hear from her? Yes. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, very loud this time, Sheila.
Unaccustomed as I am, you exaggerate horrifically, my dear. You do. You all do. But it's wonderful. I am so happy that I'm able to have the launch here at Portmeirion, where Bengt and I have been so happy for so many years, and still are, and still are. Now, I just want to talk a little bit about the cover of the book. That's the photo, and I wish Alex Hosking did this. He was going to be here tonight, and he's not here, and I wanted to say thank you. I wanted to have a copy made of that, and Alex, who used to live in Portmeirion, did it for me, and also did the music that's been playing that you haven't been able to hear. He did this one, Come Fly With Me, and all of the songs are about flying. So this is the only photo that I have of me in my Qantas days. Of course, in those days, you didn't have social media and you just didn't take photographs. And Bengt got on the plane in Honolulu. Oh, here's Alex and Belle. You're late. I know you're late. Alex, I'm just talking about the photo that you enlarged for me that made the cover of the book. But I didn't realise until, about a month ago, that Bengt had written on the back of this, it's been put away in an album since Alex did it, and he had written in Swedish, this photo was taken in Fiji on the way home. But I had already chosen the name, The Way Home, the title of the book, before I read that. So it just, Bengt is with me. He's still with me all the time. He's with me. And I am so happy that son Peter, their eldest son, and wife Kerry are able to be here. Family, they're representing the family. They decided that somebody had to come. Eric and Chrissy were flying and couldn't change their schedules, and it's fallen to Peter to come and represent the family. And of course, when I met Bengt, I think I knew that he was the man who was going to give me healthy, beautiful children, and he did. And he did. Now, we were talking about the garden. You talked about the garden, and but it wasn't just me. We worked together. And also with Rollo, we worked in the park. We saved the park from the predators. But I have another little thing that Bengt wrote to me. To my dear wife and hard-working gardener, with love, Bengt. Because he used to write me little billet doux. I love you, Bengt. And so I keep these. These travel with me every day in my diary. So I don't really have anything more to say. I just want you all to enjoy yourselves and and thank you all for coming, because all of you are a very great part of my life. Portmeirion people, U3A people, other people, lots of other people as well. And Alex, thank you for, and thank you for this. I've been playing that in the big, but people couldn't hear it because they were talking too loud. Okay, I must write about Mum and our great evenings around the piano. She played the piano every day of her life. I think it kept her sane with 6 rambunctious kids to care for. One of my most vivid memories is coming home from school every afternoon and hearing her play. She loved Chopin and Schubert and Schumann, but she could also belt out songs from popular musicals. She was much in demand for debuts and concerts of various kinds, and sometimes played the organ at the church. Weekends, we always had a sing-along around the piano. Friends would turn up and it was great fun. Lots of laughter as we belted out, "We're gonna hang out the washing on the Siegfried line." Or, "Hitler, you'd better make your will." Where's my... Jane? Jane, where are you? Because we're going to sing. We're all going to sing "Roll Out the Barrel," and there's the words. But first we're doing "Roll Out the Barrel." Yeah. Roll. I've only got 2. We have a barrel of fun. Zing boom the barrel. We've got the blues on the run. Singing the run. Getting out the roll of the cheer. Now's the time to roll the barrel, cause the gang's all here. Okay. And then we're going to go on to "Bless Them All."
No, we're not. We're going to do "We'll Meet Again."
Oh, I thought we'd do this first, "Bless Them All," and then do "We'd Meet Again."
Oh, bless them all, okay.
Yeah. Bless them all. Bless them all. The long and the short and the tall. You've got no promotion and their blinking sons. Bless all the councils and their blinking sons, 'cause we're saying goodbye to them all. As back to they call. You'll get no promotion this side of the ocean, so cheer up, my lads, bless them all. And then, oh, this piano. And then we're going to do "We'll Meet Again." Last one. I won't impose any more upon you. We'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know when. I know we'll meet again some sunny day. But I haven't quite finished. No, you won't have to sing anymore. I just wanted to finish it off because, okay, around the piano at some point we'd get all sentimental and sing Danny Boy, Believe Me If All Those Endearing Young Charms, etc., etc. Was it then we started singing My Adobe Hacienda? In my adobe hacienda, there's an air of Mexico, cactus lovelier than orchids, blooming in the patio. Perhaps foretelling my future? Okay, that's enough. Sorry, now I've got to climb down here.
All right. All right, Sheila, you're still walking around with a microphone on, darling. There you go. I knew 2 of those songs, and I kept it at a low key because I'm a bit overpowering. Before we finish off the formalities, I obviously want to spread thanks to all the people that have helped Sheila bring this to life. Now, I don't know all of you that have helped with the cover. I've just met Kay tonight. You know, you guys have obviously had a major contribution into bringing this to life, and to you guys, I congratulate you. Thank you very much. Let's go. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to make mention of my team, and there's a special reason why that is. Flash, obviously, you're a legend, and we all know that. Darren, every day, you're a legend. But Dawn, Jennifer Calvert, she can now tell you that you're on Amazon, and it was because of Jen from loading your book up. As of today. Now, there are 3 places you can get copies of this book. Obviously tonight, you know, take advantage of it. There's also on our website, on oceanreef.com, we've got a bookstore, and we are distributing Sheila's books into the libraries throughout Australia, and now with Amazon as well. So we want you to share it with your friends, let everybody know that if they want a good rollicking Christmas read, that Flying Home's going to give it to them. Now, after I've finished, Sheila's going to make her way over to the table where you guys are going to line up like crazy people and buy 2 copies of this book. So make sure you do. And my final words are, Sheila, thank you so much for telling your story. Thank you for sharing it with us. Congratulations. Raise your glasses, everyone. Cheers. Buy some books, guys. Have some fun.